we're giving the LA Lakers prime LeBron James to play alongside Luka Doncic. It looks like an unstoppable duo on paper, but can they actually dominate today's NBA and turn the LA Lakers into champions once again? Let's find out. Prime LeBron James is going to be a 99 overall, age 29. We're going to have him playing the small forward position. And now let's go look at what this rotation will be looking like. So the starting lineup is going to include Luka Doncic, Austin Reeves, prime LeBron James at the small forward position, Rui Hachimura, DeAndre Ayton. And then off the bench, we have ourselves a Marcus Smart, Jared Vanderbilt, Jackson Hayes, and Dalton Connect. Let's go ahead and simulate some weeks and see how LeBron James, prime LeBron James does. We'll simulate until December 1st. Let's see how many wins we can get under our belt. And I forgot to turn off injuries, so let me quickly do that before we return. Alright, I took off injuries. We played a total of 3 games and we've already won all 3 of them. Let's see how we continue doing. And we are not losing a single game so far. Prime LeBron James is making a huge difference. We lose 1 game to the LA Clippers and then another to the Pelicans. But before that, we never lost a single game for 5 weeks, which is absolutely insane. We're currently the number 1 seed with 18 wins and 2 losses. Let's go ahead and see how LeBron James is doing right now. Again, he's a 99 overall, 29 years old at the small forward position, and he's nearly averaging 40 points per game. 10 rebounds, 12.5 assists, 2 steals, and 1 block per game. He's playing a total of 40 minutes a game, which is pretty insane. Clearly, he has a lot of stamina. I think we're going to be winning a championship this first season, to be honest, to see how things are going already. But we'll find out just how we continue doing. If you guys enjoy these videos, please hit the thumbs up button and subscribe if you're new. And now I'm going to start simulating until the end of this season. If there's any trades to be made, I'll stop at the trade deadline, but I do believe we're going to run with the roster we have and not make any trades as of right now. We can always upgrade the roster this offseason to build a better team around prime LeBron James and Luka Doncic. But let me simulate until the end of the season and I'll show you guys how LeBron James did. I know I said we were going to be running with the same roster, but DeAndre Ayton is on an expiring contract. He's not really a good defender and I want a good defensive big man on this team. He's only rebounding 7 points per game, under a block per game as well, so we're going to be trading him away to the Utah Jazz for Walker Kessler and Kyle Anderson. Walker Kessler will remain the big man for the future. That's going to be it for trades this season. I'll see you guys in the playoffs. At the end of season number 1, prime LeBron James wins his first MVP of this video. And let's see how many more MVPs he can win. He was averaging 35 points per game, 10 rebounds, 12 assists, 2 steals, and 1 block, shooting 57, 40, 75. Amazing season from prime LeBron. Cooper flagged Rookie of the Year Malik Monk, Wemby Depoy, Montes Buzelis. LeBron James also wins Clutch Player of the Year, which is amazing. JJ Redick, our head coach, wins Coach of the Year, and we also win Executive of the Year, even though we've only pulled off 1 trade. And of course, prime LeBron is on All-NBA first team. That's what I'm talking about. Do we get Luka? Yes, we do. So Luka Doncic makes it on All-NBA second team. I think that will be it. Okay, never mind. LeBron James is also on all defensive second team, so he gets awards on all NBA team and all defensive team. And we were the number 1 seed. Let me show you guys how our team did. So we won a total of 66 games, losing only 16. We had an amazing season. Let me show you guys the player stats because I'm pretty sure you guys want to see them. So again, LeBron James was averaging 35 points per game, a 35-point triple-double basically, which is amazing. 40% from the 3-point line. 25 from Luka, 18 from Reeves, 12 from Rui, and the rest of the team. This offseason, I do want to upgrade the power forward position. Rui Hachimura has been shooting pretty bad from the 3-point line, 32%. And I want shooters around LeBron James on all positions. Because if he's surrounded by shooters, we're unstoppable. But in round 1, we're going to be taking on the Phoenix Suns, who have Devin Booker, Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks, Rasheer Fleming, and Mark Williams. I fixed up the player minutes. Let's see how we do here in round number 1. Game 1 is a win for us. So is game number 2 and 3. Are we going to sweep the Phoenix Suns? And yes, we do, just to advance to the second round. Let's see the player stats here in the 4 games we played. So Prime LeBron was averaging a 30.5 point triple-double, basically a 31-point triple-double. Amazing first round from LeBron James, and Luka was amazing as well, a 28-point triple-double, nearly 1 assist shy and 1 rebound shy. Now we're taking on the OKC Thunder, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Luke Dort, J-Dub, Chet, and Isaiah Hartenstein. Same team, same championship team they had when the previous season. But I think we can defeat them. Let's see what 2K thinks. Game 1 goes to us, so does game number 2. 3 does as well, and we sweep the defending NBA champions to advance to the conference finals. Let's see the player stats once again. So LeBron James was averaging a 46-point triple-double here in the second round. That is insane. I've never seen a player average more than 40 points per game, but it looks like LeBron James, prime LeBron James, may be the first. 24-point double-double from Luka. And now we're taking on the Dallas Mavericks. Kyrie Irving, Klay Thompson, Cooper Flag, Anthony Davis, and Derek Lively II. Sorry, Anthony Davis, today is not going to be your day to get your revenge, because we got prime LeBron James. Game 1 goes to us. They take game 2, we take game 3 and 4, and we do not gentleman sweep them, but we do beat them in 6, with LeBron James winning Western Conference Finals MVP, nearly averaging a 32-point triple-double. Trae Young, Eastern Conference Finals MVP, so the Atlanta Hawks are the team we'll be facing here in the NBA Finals, who have Trae Young, Dyson Daniels, Caleb Houston. Look, but what happened to Zachary Risacher? He's no longer here or something. Jalen Johnson and Kristaps Porzingis. And Zachary Risacher is coming off the bench for some reason for a 74 overall Caleb Houston, who is shooting 37% from the field. All right, we'll take it. That gives us more of a chance of winning, because he definitely cannot guard LeBron. Let's see what happens. Game 1 goes to us, so does game 2. We lose game 3, we win game 4, and we gentlemen sweep the Atlanta Hawks to win a championship in the first season of this rebuild with prime LeBron James, who goes on to win Finals MVP, averaging a 37-point triple-double. Let's go ahead and see the playoff stats. We played a total of 19 games. And in those 19 games, LeBron James was averaging a 36-point triple-double. 36 points, 10.5 boards, 11 assists, 1 steal, and 1 block. Amazing. Only 2.5 turnovers per game. 24 from Luka, 17 from Reeves, who's been really good for us from the 3-point line, 46%. 12 points per game from Rui Hachimura. He did play a lot better here in the playoffs, but in the regular season, he struggled big time. 10 from Walker Kessler. Amazing get for our team, in my opinion. He will be a free agent, so we do need to re-sign him this offseason. Now let's see the NBA final stats. LeBron 37, 21 from Luka, 20 from Reeves, and the rest of the team. Now it's time for the offseason. And there is a real LeBron James retiring at a 44 overall. We definitely had to lower his overall before releasing him. We didn't want any teams to pick up his contract and end up signing him. So that's the reason we decided to lower his overall to a 44 and then release him. We did end up with a 30th overall pick in the 2026 draft. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to select any good players, but I guess we'll find out. Somehow the Boston Celtics ended up with the first overall pick. I don't know how they acquired that pick, but they did, and they take themselves Darren Peterson. They did need a new guard after trading Jrue Holiday, so that's a perfect get for this team. The Raptors have the second pick. Let's see who they take here. Cameron Boozer, another good pick for the Toronto Raptors. And the Hornets have the third overall pick, and they take AJ DeBonsa. That would be a good get for the Charlotte Hornets to pair with LaMelo, Brendan Miller. And yeah, let's sim to player, user player, and see which player we're going to be selecting here with the 30th overall pick. There is some alright players. I don't know if any of these players will crack the rotation, but let me see which player has the highest ceiling, and that's a player we'll end up signing. This guy right here, Bennett Sturts, I don't know how to pronounce his last name, Sturts. Bennett Sturts has a ceiling of Rajon Rondo All-NBA, so we're going to go ahead and select him with the 30th overall pick. Again, I don't know if they're going to crack our rotation, but we're going to pick him anyways. He is a 72 overall, so maybe he'll progress in the next few seasons. Team player options, we will pick up the team option on Bronny James since his father LeBron James is here. And then qualifying offers, of course, Walker Kessler, we're going to give him the qualifying offer, and hopefully he re-signs with our team. We also need to pay Austin Reeves, I believe. Or never mind, Austin Reeves signed an extension with our team. So Walker Kessler is the only player we need to sign. Let's offer him about $15 million annually, and hopefully he'll accept that. So a 4-year, $60 million contract, let's see, and he will be accepting. Like I said, I want LeBron James surrounded around shooters, so we're going to try signing Quentin Grimes here. He's an amazing 3-and-D player. Let's see if he accepts this contract. We'll give him about $7 million annually, 3-year contract. I'm pretty sure he will accept. And we're also going to offer Malik Beasley a 2-year minimum contract. He only wants a minimum, so of course we got to try. And Quentin Grimes accepts, which is amazing, and I'm pretty sure Quentin Grimes is going to be progressing this offseason if I'm not mistaken. And does Malik Beasley sign? Yes, he does. Going to make 2 last signings. I'm going to try signing Mike Conley to be the backup point guard. He's an amazing 3-point shooter, and he's a good playmaker as well as a good perimeter defender. So let's see if we can get him on the minimum, and I also want a floor spacing big man if that's possible. Al Horford would be amazing, but I believe he will regress this offseason, so we're going to try for Jalen Williams and see if he accepts this contract. We will also offer Al Horford a contract, but there's 6 teams currently offering him a contract, so I don't think he'll accept this. But hopefully he does. And okay, so Al Horford does end up signing with us over the other 6 teams, and we also acquire Mike Conley. I'm going to try acquiring Keegan Murray from the Sacramento Kings. He's a good 3-and-D power forward. He could replace Rui Hachimura. We would have to send them Kyle Anderson and Rui Hachimura for Keegan Murray and a 2nd-round pick, and they decline. They want Mike Conley, but I do want to keep Mike Conley on our team, so let's take away that 2nd-round pick, and they accept. Last trade for this offseason, Jared Vanderbilt for Dorian Finney-Smith, and the Houston Rockets accept. This is what our 9-man rotation will be looking like for this year. Our starting lineup is going to include Luka Doncic, Austin Reeves, LeBron James, Keegan Murray, and Walker Kessler. And then off the bench, we have Quentin Grimes, Al Horford, Dorian Finney-Smith, and Mike Conley. I believe we're going to dominate this season. Our roster has been upgraded a ton with the additions we made, getting Keegan Murray, Quentin Grimes, Horford, Finney-Smith, and Mike Conley. We also upgraded the center position. Even though we did this last season, this is going to be the first full season with Walker Kessler at the starting position. Let's go ahead and simulate 2 weeks and see just how we do. We do end up losing 1 game to the Sacramento Kings, but that's going to be it for now. And we scored 152 points against the Sacramento Kings, which is insane. Luka had 36, 33 from Braun, 26 from Grimes, 22 from Keegan Murray. Let's continue dominating. I'll see you guys either at the end of this season or the trade deadline, though I don't think we'll be making any trades this season. At the end of this season, LeBron James wins his 2nd MVP in a row, averaging 30 points per game, 9 rebounds, 11 assists, 1.5 steal, and 1 block per game on crazy good efficiency, 57% from the field. Another amazing season from LeBron James. Hopefully we can go on to win a back-to-back championship. AJ DeBonsa Rookie of the Year, Edgecombe 6th player, Wemby Depoy, Cooper Flag Most Improved, Cade Clutch, JJ Redick, another Coach of the Year, his 2nd Coach of the Year back-to-back. Again, we won 66 games. I believe we won 66 games the previous season as well and lost only 16. LeBron James is on All-NBA first team after winning a back-to-back MVP. We also get Luka Doncic on All-NBA first team. So we have 2 players on our team on All-NBA first team, which is amazing. Let's see if there's any more awards here. Do we get LeBron James? No LeBron James on all defensive team this time around, but that is all right. We were the number 1 seed again, and in round 1, we're taking on the Memphis Grizzlies. And we did win 66 games, lost only 16, making us the number 1 seed. Let me show you guys the player stats before we start simulating for the regular season. And of course, the leading scorer was LeBron James, basically averaging a 30-point triple-double, 29.5, 9, and 10.5. Then Luka Doncic was averaging 26 points per game, more than the previous season, 7.5 rebounds and 10 assists, 18.5 from Reeves, 15.5 from Quentin Grimes, who was absolutely amazing for us as a 6th man. I'm surprised Quentin Grimes didn't win 6th Player of the Year. He definitely could have, because he had an amazing season. 15 from Keegan Murray, amazing get for our team. He's exactly what we needed, a good defender and amazing 3-point shooter. And then the rest of the team. The reason LeBron James didn't average as many points as the previous season is because we got him a lot of help this season. We have Quentin Grimes averaging 15, 15 from Keegan Murray, 18.5 from Reeves, and 26 from Luka, whereas last season, we basically only had 3 really good offensive players, Reeves, Luka, and LeBron, but now we have 5. And in round 1, we're taking on the Memphis Grizzlies, who have Ja Morant, I don't know how to say this name, Jalen Wells, Jaren Jackson Jr., and Zach Edey. They also have Jaden Ivey coming off their bench, Ty Jerome, Wendell, and Santi Aldama. Let's fix up the player minutes and hopefully win the back-to-back championship. Alright, player minutes have been fixed. Let's see what we do here in the first round against the Memphis Grizzlies. Game 1 goes to us. We also win game 2 and 3. And is this going to be a sweep? Yes, it is. We advance to the second round. Let's check out the player stats and how Prime LeBron was doing. He was averaging 32.5 points per game, 9 boards, and 15 assists. Amazing first round by LeBron. Luka was amazing, so was Reeves, Keegan Murray was good, Quentin Grimes was amazing. Our whole team has been doing really good offensively. Walker Kessler, on the other hand, 37% from the field. He definitely needs to pick that up. Now we're taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves, who have Rob Dillingham, Anthony Edwards, Jaden McDaniels, Julius Randle, and Naz Reid, as well as Rudy Gobert, Dante, Chris Middleton, and Harrison Barnes. Let's see what happens here. This round should be harder than the past, but let's see. Game 1 is a win for us, so is game 2. Game 3, they take it. We take game 4, and we gentlemen sweep the Minnesota Timberwolves to once again make it to the conference finals. Let's see how LeBron did. LeBron kind of struggled here in the second round, and he was still good. I mean, he was averaging 24, 9, and 11, but he didn't score as much as he did in the first round. Luka Doncic in this round was going off with 33 points per game, and the rest of the team was amazing as well. Now we're taking on the Dallas Mavericks in the conference finals once again. I believe last conference finals we also took on the Dallas Mavericks, and now they're here once again, but this time Cooper Flag has progressed to 89 overall. We have Kyrie Irving, Max Christie, Cooper Flag, Anthony Davis, and Derek Lively II. Hopefully we don't lose to this team. I think we can defeat them, but you never know. Game 1 we end up losing, Cooper Flag with 28. And I think Cooper Flag is going to be the problem here if they do win. Game number 2 is also a win for them, and yeah, just as I said, Cooper Flag is going to be the problem, so we definitely need to come up with a defensive coach game plan. Alright, so I came up with a defensive coach game plan. I also switched up the rotation for our team a bit and changed the shot tendencies. I'll tell you guys why. So Quentin Grimes will be starting at the shooting guard position. He's a good perimeter defender and we need him to guard Kyrie Irving. Austin Reeves has been struggling this round. In this round particularly, he's shooting 28% from the field. Let me show you guys, just so you don't think I'm just making this up. So he's shooting, where is he? Austin Reeves, 29% from the field. And a lot of other players are struggling as well. So is Quentin Grimes, Mike Conley, and Al Horford. But hopefully we can pick this up here in the next few games. Let's see what happens in game 3. We lost both games at home, and now we gotta play in Dallas. And so far we're up by 8, 4 minutes remaining, and we end up winning by 8 points. And our defense was a lot better in this game, holding Anthony Davis to 3 of 11 shooting. Luka had 29 points, a 26-point triple-double from LeBron, and 13 from Quentin Grimes. I do think we should be able to tie up this series, but let's see what happens. Hopefully we can tie it up 2-2 apiece. And again, we will not have home court advantage for this game either, but hopefully we can go out in Dallas and get this win. And so far it's a close game. They're up by 1 with 10-10 remaining, and we're up by 3 points. They take the lead right back. Let's slow this down. 1:45 remaining. They're up by 3 points. We tie up the game and take the lead. It's tied. We're up by 1. We're up by 2, and we do end up winning the game by 2 points. That was a close game there. I'm not sure how we won this game, but let me see if I can find where it tells the plays. So it looks like Luka Doncic was fouled when the game was tied, and then we went up by 2 points. Luka Doncic scoring 36 to get the win for our team. Let's see how the players did. So Luka had 36 points, 34 from LeBron, 15 from Quentin Grimes, and 11 from Keegan Murray. Let's see what happens in game number 5. We do end up losing game 5, and once again, LeBron James and Luka Doncic are the only ones playing good on our team. But Luka Doncic did foul out in 29 minutes, only shooting 11 attempts, making only 9 points. That's probably a big reason why we lost. But I do definitely need to see the player shot tendencies and see how our players are doing in the conference finals to adjust them. I adjusted the player shot tendencies accordingly, and I do think we can tie up this series and win this conference finals as long as our players start to play better offensively. We don't have home court advantage for this game, but let's see what happens. And so far we are losing, and we get eliminated in the conference finals. LeBron James had 24, Luka. This was not Luka or LeBron James' fault at all. In my opinion, Austin Reeves played a huge part in the reason why we lost. He was our starting shooting guard, and we had to change up the whole rotation just because of him. Cooper Flag, Western Conference Finals MVP, Tyrese Halliburton, Eastern Conference Finals MVP, and the Pacers sweep the Mavericks with Halliburton winning Finals MVP. So this offseason, what I am going to do is get ourselves a good defensive 3-and-D type of shooting guard. We're going to be moving on from Austin Reeves and possibly even, well, Keegan Murray was good, so we'll probably hang on to him for now. But I'll show you guys which trades we'll be pulling off. On top of that, 2 of our players in our 9-man rotation have retired. Mike Conley's retired, and the same with Al Horford. So we're going to have to upgrade the backup center position and the backup point guard position. I also upgraded our head coach position, getting ourselves Jason Kidd as a brand new head coach. Team player options, we are going to pick up the team option on Dalton Connect and Bronny James Jr., but we're definitely not paying Dorian Finney-Smith $14 million. He was so bad that we had to take him out of our rotation in the playoffs. He was shooting like 20-something%, I believe, or 30%. So we're not going to be paying him $14 million a year. We will possibly give him the minimum contract if he's okay with that. But it looks like we do have some money to sign some decent players. Let me see what players we can sign to upgrade this roster. In free agency, we are going to be signing Josh Hart to be the new backup power forward, and we're going to sign Kel'el Ware to be the backup center. Ware can space a floor as the backup center. He's a 7-footer, and Josh Hart is a good defender, good rebounder, and can score when he needs to. I also tried getting ourselves Anthony Black, but it looks like he's decided to sign with the Orlando Magic, sadly. Now I want ourselves a defensive point guard that can also shoot the 3 and score. Someone like Dante DiVincenzo would be amazing. He can play, make, score, shoot the 3-pointer, and he's a good perimeter defender. It's either going to be Donte DiVincenzo or Keon Ellis. Let me decide and I'll show you guys who we decide to go with. I decided to sign Donte DiVincenzo because he can play make, whereas Keon Ellis isn't really a good playmaker at all. He only averages 1 assist per game, whereas Donte DiVincenzo averages 4. So we're going to be signing Donte DiVincenzo, Kel'el Ware, and Josh Hart, and I believe these 3 players are going to be a key piece to us winning another championship. Now it's time for trading away Austin Reeves. I'm going to try acquiring ourselves Brandon Miller to be the brand new starting shooting guard on our team. He's a young player, 24 years old, still has a lot more potential, and he had an amazing season with the Charlotte Hornets, shooting 41% from the three-pointer. He's also a really good perimeter defender, so let's see what the Charlotte Hornets say if we send them Austin Reeves, Dalton Knecht, Louis Jefferson, and Bennett Sturts. We have to send all the rest of these players to make the salaries match, and I do think the Hornets will accept, but they don't, they decline. We do have some first round picks, 1 first round pick to be exact, and that gets it done. We get ourselves a new player in Brandon Miller. Let's go. I was checking our team stats and we were the best offensive team this past season, but our defense was mediocre. So getting ourselves someone like Herb Jones will definitely help out our defense a ton, and we are going to be trading away Keegan Murray. Sadly, even though he had an amazing season for us, we do need a better defender, and Herb Jones fits that role perfectly. So we're going to be sending Keegan Murray for Herb Jones, and just like that, we have upgraded our roster even more. And this is what our 9-man rotation will be looking like for the 3rd season. I believe this will be the last season of this rebuild, so hopefully we can win another championship. The starting lineup is going to include Luka Doncic, Brandon Miller, Herb Jones, LeBron James, and Walker Kessler, and then off the bench we have Quentin Grimes, Kel'el Ware, Josh Hart, and Donte DiVincenzo. I believe this time around our team is a lot better built than the previous season. Last season we had 2 players who were basically about to retire, Mike Conley and Al Horford, but now we replaced them with Kel'el Ware and Donte DiVincenzo. Let's go ahead and start simulating and see just how we do, and we start off pretty amazing. The first few weeks were the number 1 seed with 10 wins and only 1 loss. So now it's time to simulate until the end of this season, where hopefully we win ourselves our 2nd championship. We also have 4.5-star overall system proficiency balanced under Jason Kidd. We do have ourselves a new head coach, and his overall is a lot better than JJ Redick's. Plus, Jason Kidd has coached Luka Doncic in the past, so maybe that will help out the chemistry. At least I hope. But now let's get to simulating. I'll see you guys at the end of this 3rd season. We also ended up winning the NBA Cup, and LeBron James wins NBA Cup MVP, putting up 32, 10, and 11. Let's go ahead and look at the player stats for the NBA Cup, and Luka Doncic dropped a 54-point double-double, 1 rebound shy of a triple-double. LeBron James a 25-point double-double, 1 rebound shy of a triple-double, and we scored 143 points against the Detroit Pistons. Prime LeBron James goes on to win his 3rd MVP in a row, averaging 28, 9, and 9, as well as 2 steals and 1 block, shooting 57% from the field and 40% from the 3-point line. Tyron Stokes, rookie, Scotty Barnes, 6th man of the year, Wemby Depoy, Cam Boozer, most improved, Halliburton, clutch player, Jason Kidd wins coach of the year, and we also win executive of the year. And we won 80 games and lost only 2 games this whole season, which is absolutely insane. We almost went 82-0. We also get executive of the year. LeBron James is on All-NBA first team, and so is Luka Doncic. Let's see if we get any other selections. We do not. Maybe on All-Defensive team we might. We do get LeBron James on All-Defensive second team, which is absolutely amazing. And we were obviously the number 1 seed since we did win 80 games and lost only 2. I believe this might be the most amount of games that I've won in a rebuild on this channel. So that's a new record right there. Let me show you guys the player stats before we start simulating. And the leading scorer on our team was LeBron James, 28 points, 26.5 from Luka, 16.5 from Brandon Miller, 15 from Quentin Grimes, 11.5 from Herb Jones, 11 from Walker Kessler, and the rest of the team. Our whole team did absolutely amazing offensively, but even better defensively. We were the best defensive team in the entire league. Now let me fix up the player minutes and then we'll get right to the playoffs. Alright, and now we're going to be taking on the Dallas Mavericks in the first round, the same team that beat us last conference finals to eliminate us from the playoffs. They still have Kyrie Irving, Max Christie, Cooper Flagg, Anthony Davis, and Derek Lively II. Cooper Flagg is up to a 94 overall. I'm not sure how this team was a 9th seed, but somehow they were. And that sucks for us because we're versing the same team that beat us in the conference finals here in the first round, despite us being the number 1 seed. Game number 1 does go to us, so does game 2 and 3, and this time around we sweep the Dallas Mavericks to advance to the second round. Luka Doncic gets his revenge on the team that traded him away. Player stats for the first round: Luka Doncic led the way in scoring 34.5. LeBron James was averaging a 33-point triple-double, 15 from Miller, 12.5, and 12. Now we're taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves, who have Rob Dillingham, Anthony Edwards, Jaden McDaniels, Julius Randle, and Naz Reid. Let's see what happens here. Game 1 is a win, so is game 2 and 3, and we sweep the Minnesota Timberwolves, and we're right back in the conference finals for the third playoffs in a row. Let's see how LeBron did. So LeBron in the second round put up 37 points per game, 30 from Luka, and the rest of the team was amazing as well. But now we're taking on the Phoenix Suns, who have Devin Booker, Jalen Green, Ryan Dunn, John Collins, and Mark Williams. This is a pretty good team, but I still think we're a lot better. Let's see. Game 1 goes to us. Brandon Miller drops 38 points. Luka had a triple-double, Prime LeBron with 30. Game 2 is also a win for us. LeBron drops 31, 11, and 9, 25 from Herb Jones. Game 3 is a win for us, and we do not sweep them, but can we, gentlemen, sweep them? Yes, we can. Luka Doncic wins Western Conference Finals MVP. Amazing stats from him. And Josh Giddey, Eastern Conference Finals MVP. Let's check out the player stats for the conference finals. The leading scorer was LeBron James, followed by Luka and the rest of the team. Now we're taking on the Chicago Bulls, who were the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference. They have themselves Josh Giddey, Kobe White, Kevin Durant, but KD is down to 89 overall, so I'm not too worried about him. Well, he is averaging 24 a night. Montes Buzelis and our former big man DeAndre Ayton, and he's averaging 15 a night. Their bench is pretty stacked as well. Ayton's going to be out for revenge, but hopefully we don't let him get that. Game number 1 goes to us. So does game number 2. Luka had 20. A lot of our players were in double digit scoring. No one really scored above 20 points on our team though. LeBron had 17, 7, and 11. Game 3 is also a win for us. We're up 3-0. Luka drops 36, 6, and 17. LeBron with 31. And are we going to sweep them? Yes, we do. We go on to win ourselves our second championship of this rebuild. Luka Doncic wins Finals MVP, so it was not LeBron this time around. But let me show you guys the player stats for the playoffs. We played a total of 17 games. LeBron James was averaging 31 points per game, 8 rebounds, and 9 assists. LeBron James, prime LeBron James, has been absolutely amazing throughout this whole video. 29-point double-double from Luka Doncic. Brandon Miller was a really good get for our team in my opinion. Good thing we traded away Austin Reeves and brought in Brandon Miller, who played a lot better than Reeves did the past season. If we had Brandon Miller the last playoffs, I think we would have won a championship in the last playoffs, and this would have been our third in a row, but it is what it is. Quentin Grimes was amazing, 12 from Herb Jones and 10 from Walker Kessler. So in the NBA Finals, LeBron James was the leading scorer, so I'm not sure why he didn't get Finals MVP. It went to Luka, even though LeBron James played a lot better, efficiency-wise and scoring-wise, but it is what it is. 28 points per game from LeBron, 25 from Luka, 17.5 from Brandon Miller, and the rest of the team was amazing as well. And that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video and subscribe if you're new for more 2K26 rebuilds. And also comment down below what rebuild you guys would like to see next. Until next time, it's your boy Dragon, and I'm out. Peace.